What would you feel like if you were the man that you wanted to be? How would you see the world if things were as you desired them to be? Neville Goddard says that you can be the man you want to be, and it doesn't take any effort. You can get everything you desire, and it doesn't take any effort. What you need to do is just start living in the end, and feel as if your wish has been fulfilled. But for many people, it is hard to live in the end. Here in today's video, we will discuss what Neville Goddard means by living in the end state, and how you can easily live in that state and persist in it. So let's get started. For the past year, since I have been in contact with a lot of people who are trying to manifest their specific person, whether it is their ex or someone they truly want to manifest in their lives, I have noticed that living in the end has been a heck of a roller coaster for many of them. The fact is that either they don't understand what living to the end truly means, or they just have a hard time doing it. The thing is that living in the end is not even a technique that you have to learn. And I am sure that most of you have attracted people and things just like that too, before your knowledge of the law. I feel that at times, just knowing that we have to do something becomes a block in itself. So why not relax while knowing that in the end, living is not hard, it's just a state. Neville Goddard says, "You don't have to remain in a state if you have made a mistake. You can change states morning, noon, and night, but the state to which you must constantly return constitutes your dwelling place." What does it mean to live in the end? I will add a few more lines from Neville Goddard's book to explain it further. He says, "Now this is what I mean by living to the end." Robert Frost, just the year before he departed this sphere, wrote this story for Life magazine, and he said, "The founding fathers did not believe in the future. What a shock that they did not believe in the future. They believed it in." He said, "We are always imagining ahead of our evidence, and the most creative thing in man is to believe a thing in." Neville Goddard believed that when we focus on thinking from the point of desire, we are fully immersed in the experience of having what we want, which is the key to successful manifestation. As Neville often emphasized, assume the feeling of the wish being fulfilled. This means that we should focus not only on the desire itself, but also on the feeling that comes with having that desire fulfilled. When we can imagine and experience the feeling of having what we want, we create a powerful vibrational match that draws our desires to us. The difference between thinking of something and thinking from something can be illustrated with the example of manifesting a romantic partner or a specific person. Many people can think of their special someone all day long, but they do not feel as if they are already in a relationship with that person. They do not fully immerse themselves in the experience of having that person in their lives. In contrast, when we think of the end result, we experience the feeling of already having what we want. We can imagine ourselves waking up next to our spouses, feeling their touch, and hearing their voices. This creates a powerful emotional and mental state that attracts the desired outcome into our lives. Living in the moment is a powerful technique that Neville Goddard taught to help people manifest their desires. When we live in the end, we are fully immersed in the experience of having what we want. We act, think, and feel as if our desire is already fulfilled. As Neville said, "What would the feeling be like if it were true?" Start with that. However, living to the end can be challenging for some people. We are conditioned to focus on our current reality and the limitations that come with it. We may doubt that our desires can be manifested or feel like they are impossible to achieve. But as Neville taught, dare to assume that you are already what you want to be. By daring to assume the feeling of a wish fulfilled, we can create a new reality that is aligned with our desires. In addition to living to the end, Neville also emphasized the importance of faith and persistence. When we have faith in our desires and remain persistent in our efforts to manifest them, we create a powerful vibrational match that attracts our desires to us. As Neville taught, the feeling of the wish fulfilled must become your dominant feeling, your habitual feeling. Here we will discuss why people feel it difficult to live in the end state. Number 1. You are forgetting that everyone is you pushed out. The number one reason it's so difficult for many of us to live in the end, especially when we want to manifest an SP, is that we are forgetting that everyone is us pushed out. You are forgetting that your SP doesn't have any free will and is only at the mercy of your assumptions. On the contrary, you still believe that they are out there thinking thoughts that are contrary to yours. If you feel this way, that's your alarm going off, letting you know that you are forgetting that everyone is someone you pushed out. That's it. As long as you think that they have more control than you do, you are not living in the end. This is assuming the exact opposite of what you want. But since you push them out and you are living with them in the end, they are bound to act as you wish. They have no choice. Your wish is fulfilled. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what Neville said, and we are analyzing it and discussing it so we can understand what exactly he meant. Number 2, you are saying you are living in the end, but your actions prove otherwise. The concept of living in the end is a powerful technique for manifesting one's desires. However, many people who claim to be living in the end often contradict their beliefs with their actions, which can prevent them from manifesting their desires. Neville Goddard's story about Abdullah highlights the importance of living in the end. When Neville talked to Abdullah about going to Barbados, Abdullah slammed the door on him, telling him that he couldn't talk about something he had already achieved. This story emphasizes the idea that to live in the end, individuals must align their actions with their desired outcomes. Living in the end means that you must embody the emotions and actions associated with the desired outcome. This requires consistent effort and focus. As Neville Goddard explains, an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. This quote emphasizes the importance of persisting in the belief that you have already achieved your desired outcome. If you persist in this belief, it will eventually harden into fact, and you will manifest your desires. To live in the end, you must be mindful of your actions and ensure that they align with your desired outcome. For example, if you want to manifest a loving relationship, you must act as if you are already in that relationship. You should not behave in a way that is contrary to your desired outcome. In Neville Goddard's book, The Law and the Promise, he provides an example of a woman who wanted to manifest a loving relationship. She had been using the technique of living in the end for a few weeks, but had not seen any results. Neville advised her to act as if she was already in a loving relationship. She began to dress as if she were already in a relationship and went out with friends as if she were on a date. Within a few days, she met a man who was perfect for her, and they fell in love. This example highlights the power of embodying the emotions and actions associated with the desired outcome. By acting as if she were already in a loving relationship, the woman attracted the right person into her life. Living in the end is not just about having a mental state of being. It requires consistent effort and focus. As Neville Goddard explains, man becomes what he imagines. This quote emphasizes the importance of imagining yourself in the desired state and acting as if it has already happened. Number 3, you are not fully trusting the process. One of the biggest hurdles to successfully living in the end, as Neville Goddard taught, is the inability to trust the process completely. It is normal to have doubts and uncertainties when trying to embody the idea of being the god or goddess of our lives, especially after a lifetime of conditioning that suggests otherwise. However, it is this human nature that can prevent us from fully embracing the principles of manifestation and, in turn, hinder our ability to create the reality we desire. Living for the end requires the complete immersion of the mind, heart, and senses in the desired outcome, regardless of the present circumstances. It demands that we let go of our doubts and trust the process entirely. But as humans, we tend to revert to our old ways of thinking and feeling, which are not in alignment with our desires. To overcome this, it is essential to constantly remind ourselves that we are the creators of our reality and that our thoughts and feelings have the power to shape it. As Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of your wish being fulfilled and observe the route that your attention follows. This means that when we align our thoughts and feelings with the desired outcome, our attention will naturally follow that path and create the reality we want. It is also essential to remain patient and persistent in our efforts. Manifestation is not an overnight process, and it takes time for the desired outcome to materialize. It is important to stay committed to our desires and trust the process, even when it seems like it is not working. We must learn to have faith in the unseen and trust that the universe is working in our favor. To sum up, living in the now is a powerful tool for manifestation, but it requires complete trust in the process. It demands that we let go of our doubts, align our thoughts and feelings with our desires, and remain patient and persistent in our efforts. As Neville Goddard said, the difference between feeling yourself in possession of your desire and hoping for it or praying for it is the difference between success and failure. By fully embodying the desired outcome and trusting the process, we can become the masters of our reality and manifest the life we want. So remember these 3 important things, and it will most definitely help you to live more efficiently in the end. Everyone is pushed out by you, no exception. You can't talk about going to Barbados when you are already there. Do not cancel your manifestation with your doubts and fears, but rather fully trust in the process because you are God. By remembering these 3 cornerstones of manifestation as per the teachings of Neville, you will remember how to keep living until you manifest your beautiful desires. Since you are the God of your universe, it is all yours for the taking. As Neville Goddard said, it is not your due, it's not a reward, it's simply a gift, unmerited. Therefore you cannot lose it. So just follow these steps, and it will become easier for you to live in the end state. If you can live in the end state, manifestation becomes easier for you. So I recommend that you practice these strategies and start manifesting your desires. I hope I was able to deliver a good analysis of this theory by Neville Goddard. And of course, this doesn't mean we agree with every single thing he said or believed in, because in the end, everyone will form his or her own opinion, and that is why we are analyzing and discussing his ideas and methods to fully understand his approach and general ideas, as he was a great teacher and inspired millions of people around the world. If you want to share your opinion, comment down below this video. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to it and press the bell icon for more interesting, informative, and helpful videos on manifestation. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.